All right, Zoria, can you read us number 11?
A banquet room can seat a maximum of 69 people. The coach, principal, and vice principal have invited the award-winning girls tennis team to the banquet. If the tennis team consists of 22 girls, how many guests can each student bring?
Okay, so you got how many people can fit in the ballroom? 69 people, right? Okay, but then how many special guests are going to be there? How many? 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 of them, right? So what should I do? Bless you. Those 3 people have to be there. So what should I do with that in 69 first?
Right.
There you go. And what do you get? How many? 66, right? Okay. Then how many people else have to be there? 22, right? So we're going to subtract those. How much is that?
33.
44, right? So you have how many seats left over for them to bring people? 44. So how many people does everybody get? 2 people, right? So here we go. So we get each member can bring 2 guests. Y'all okay? Yes, no, no? All right. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the screen because behind the screen is the answers for your homework last night, okay? So grab your homework. We are not going to take it up. But the next homework we have tonight, we have another homework tonight, and I'm going to take, no, excuse me, not tonight, Monday, excuse me. We have another homework on Monday that I will take that one up,
Good
okay?
morning, Warriors. Hope everyone's off to.
All right. Ty, can you read us number 7? Please, ma'am. What? Please. Oh, go ahead, Pat. Okay, so if a half inch is 10 miles, then a whole inch would be 20 miles, right? So that means 4 inches would be how much? 80 miles. And then a half inch more would be 10 more, which is 90. Very good. So you should have gotten 90, which was E. Y'all okay? How you doing on this AC2 so far? 7 problems. Y'all feeling okay? All right, bless you. All right, here we go. We have to do 2 problems on our notes today, and then the rest of the class period is yours for your quiz, okay? So grab page 13. Let's do these 2 problems just to get started a little bit. And then we'll review for a second for your quiz. Take your quiz, and then that's all she wrote for today. All right, what numbers are we doing? Numbers 1 and 4. We're going to do 1 and 4, okay? All right, so look, guys, what's the difference between number 1 and what we've been doing yesterday? It doesn't have an equal sign. This is called, do you remember what this is called? Less than. All right, hold your fingers up. You ready to look like this? Go. Hold your fingers up like this. Okay. Where's your left hand at? It's on this side, right? Your left hand looks like an L, which is a less than. Okay? Less than. Got it? You got it good? Okay. That means the other sign is a greater than. So just left hand, less than. Got it? Left hand, less than. You got it good? All right, here we go. So what kind of sign is this? Less than. All right, so what can I do to solve for B? Go. Yeah. And so B is less than. Get off your phone, please. What's 14 minus 6? 8. There you go. Did we solve? Yes. Did we graph? No, we haven't graphed yet. Okay, so you got to draw a small little graph, not very big. You just put like 3 slashes on there. So if 8 goes in the middle, what number goes here? 7. What number goes here? 9. There you go. Y'all okay? All right, here we go. Do you see how number 2 has a little bar right there? It's closed, right? Does this one have a little bar right there? So it's going to be open. So solid bar, solid line. Solid bar, solid dot. Okay? If it has the solid bar, it's a solid dot. This one does not have the solid bar, so that's why it's open. Alright, which way is this arrow pointing? To the left or to the right? It's pointing to the left, so we're going to shade to the left. And that's it. Y'all okay?
Wait, why did we choose
Because the arrow right here is less than, it's pointing that way to the left. So that tells us less than 8 to the left. Alright, number 4, here we go. So we did number 1, we're going to do number 4. Alright, so what letter do I have to solve for? The Z. What can I do first? There you go. Negative 32 plus 14 is how much? How much? Negative 18. I'm sorry, I thought you were saying negative 8. Sorry. Alright, now here's the kicker. You ready? How do I get rid of this negative 6? Alright, what's negative mean? Does it mean the same or does it mean opposite? Like, what's it do? It means opposite, right? So what do if I divide by a negative, what do I have to do to this sign? You got to change it. So if it's less than, it becomes greater than. Alright, does 18 divide 6 evenly? Yes. What's it give you? 3. Hold on a minute, though. That's not really written properly. What's different about number 4, the way we wrote the answer, versus number 1, the way we wrote the answer? What? The variable's where? On the other side, right? So let's flip it around. Okay, and you're like on your test next week when we have this, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know which way the sign's supposed to go. Look at that mouth. You see how it's closed to the Z? When you turn it around, it still has to stay closed to the Z. Alright, so let's draw us up a little graph real quick, and then we'll do our quiz, and we're done for the day. Alright, does this have a solid line right here? Nope, so it does not get a solid dot. It gets an open dot. Alright, so look right here. Look at this one. Look at this one. This is the one you look at. So where is that arrow pointing? To the left. So I'm going to shade to the left. Y'all okay? Pretty easy stuff? Alrighty. Okay, so then go ahead and clear everything off your desk, except for a pencil and a calculator. Alright, real quick, what if I were to give you this number? Let's classify that. What is the square root of 100? 10. Use your calculator, you get 10. Alright, when you say classify numbers, every single thing first is what? A real. Then is it rational or irrational?
Blackman,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have Pedro Garcia
Yes, ma'am.
asking to see Mr. Ferris in his office?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Warman's old office?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Alright, real, rational, it's rational. Okay, then we go to integer. Isn't it an integer? Yes. Integers were negative numbers, 0, and positive numbers. No fractions. No fractions. Alright, what about, is it a whole number?
Yes.
Yes, whole numbers were 0 and positive numbers. Is it a natural number?
Yes.
Yes, natural numbers were how you count. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So if you can count to it, it's everything. Does that make sense? Alright, what about 7 over 8? It's a real number. Alright, how did you know that?
It's 0.8.
It comes out to be a decimal, but does the decimal stop or does it have a pattern? Yes, it stops, so that means that it is rational. But what about this one? That's irrational. What? No. No, 1/3 is rational. Because it has a pattern of 0.33333333, right? What about, let's see, hold on. What about this one?
Yeah,
That's irrational because it doesn't have a pattern, right? Does that make sense? Okay. What if I were to tell you x squared and I told you x equals -2? How do you do that one? Yeah. Do I do it like this?
No, parentheses.
Remember on that checkpoint? That's what got y'all? You have to use parentheses. Look where I use that parentheses. It goes behind the 2. It does not include the square. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. What if I did? What if I did this? How do you do that? There you go. You distribute, but wait, how do I do a fraction? Well, you could do that, or you could just do 1 divided by 2. See how I put it in parentheses? And then times what? What do you get? 2. And then I can do it again. 1 divided by 2, and then times what? What do you get?
4.
There you go. Y'all okay?
Yes.
All right.
Teachers, at this time, can I please have freshmen with last names E through P make their way to the main lobby for pictures?
What about that?
Freshmen E through P.
What was the only thing we messed with? Which number? The outside number. What's the outside number? So we have D minus 7 equals -10. D minus 7 equals +10, right? Did I touch the D minus 7? Did it change? No. Then you just add. And D equals -3 and 17. Are y'all okay? You got it good? All right. Here we go. Quizzes are going out. What do you do with this when you get finished?
Put in the tray.
Put it in a tray. Cell phones should be put up until you get finished with your quiz. Will you hand one to Kenzie, please? You can write on that. It's yours to write on. Just make sure you circle your answer, please. Make sure you circle your answer.